Howdy all, Moonlights Lives. I think it's time we play a little Minecraft. Alright. So right here is my bed. Ow. That dude just punched me in the face. I don't appreciate that, dude. Alright, so today I thought we could go ahead and maybe get started on this greasy spoon a little bit. I was trying to think of what I wanted to look like. I think I'm gonna go with granite to start with. So I'm gonna go get some granite, and then we can start laying out the building a bit. Been a really busy day, and I just basically got to the point where I could sit down. Today is our family Christmas day, and luckily enough, I guess if you call it luck, everybody went to a Christmas concert. Well, not everybody. There's still 3 of them upstairs, but they're the three of the ones that normally live here, so I don't have to go out of my way to hang out with them like I was doing with my nephew. Not That doesn't sound right. I didn't go out of my way to hang out with him. I was happy to hang out with him. Hey, look, we got the Christmas boxes. I love these boxes, actually. I wish you could opt to keep them. To be honest, I like them better than the regular chests. Alright, let's get me some granite. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, you know, I brought the Shut It Bird. Can you melt down track into iron? It does not appear so. Shh. Okay. I was just wondering, one of the versions I have played, intend to play again. I miss you, Better Than Wolves. I really need to figure out how to get you to run again. You can melt down track to get iron out of it. It was actually one of my major sources of iron in the game, to be honest. Yeah, we did our Christmas today. We normally do it today. I've told the story before. I guess I could... Wasn't sure what that was there for a second. When we were kids, my parents had a rule that you could only open presents on Christmas Day. I grew up on a farm, so after evening chores were done. Or no, after dinner, before evening chores. That's when we would do them. And then my brother and his family are a tad crazy when it comes to presents. And so they like can't wait to open things. I am much more laid back. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm trying to remember how this worked here, right? So this must be as far over as I can go. I think I've torn apart my edge here. Edge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Edge. I'm going to put a block right here. So that's the... Oh, I guess I already have it marked, don't I? That's the road. So we can go ahead and... this would be sidewalk level. So let's clear this off a little bit here, so I can figure out what I'm doing. This is the edge of the road. So I really don't want my place to come over much farther than this. So let's just start here. We'll just clean this back a little bit here so I have some room to get started. And so then somewhere in there the reasoning was that you couldn't open the presents except after dinner and before evening chores, because that was about the only time of the day when everybody was was available to open presents, and so somehow that got turned into as soon as everybody was awake you could open presents. I think there might have been a Christmas where they waited for me to wake up, because I used to love to sleep in, and I haven't done it in a long time. Unless I'm sick, chances are I only get between 6 and, if I'm lucky, 7 hours of sleep. And sometimes it's like 5.5 hours of sleep. I like about 8, but it never seems to happen. So, I used to be able to do the whole sleep for 10 hours when I was a kid, and you know, and so then it seems to me one year they had to wait for me to wake up, and you couldn't open presents unless everybody was awake, obviously, because you can't have presents unless everybody's awake. And so one year it was my brother decided to get up at like 4:30 in the morning and wake everybody up to open presents, because everybody was there, and if everybody was awake, we could open presents at 4:30 in the morning. And so after that year, we switched to opening presents after lunch in the afternoon, the day before Christmas. And we've probably been doing that for 30-some years at this point. So it is a family tradition. And so for me, today is the day before Christmas. This video, of course, doesn't go up till Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody. If you are so inclined to celebrate Christmas. And, yeah, so today we all got together. We had soups and sandwiches. That's a new thing. We used to do a huge Christmas Day meal, and they decided it was too much work. Or no, they were talking about how it was too much work, and I'm like, well, then don't do it. And I think what it was they said, you know, since we make Thanksgiving dinner, you can make Christmas dinner. And I'm like, all right, takeout pizza it is. And they're like, well, we're just going to do that. We could do that. And I'm like, well, let's do that. Why not? I'm like, it's such a big hassle to make all that food. I mean, it's not like we didn't just have Thanksgiving. I don't see the point. The same people attend both things, so I think we can do just, you know, whatever you want for food. And so I don't know how they decided on soups and sandwiches. I know my mother wasn't happy because she wanted to do a pasta bar. All right, so we put the edge here, and then we do the doorway here. Except you can't do the edge there because this is, we gotta have sidewalk. Probably 2 for the sidewalk. We'll do another bit of grass. So the door would go here. There we go. Well, it's a greasy spoon. We probably won't do the grass at all. We'll do uh, sidewalk, 1, 2, and then the door. Okay. Now, we need enough room for some booths. And they'd probably just be too wide. And the chairs. I think that's 2 booths. Three booths. Three's probably good enough, right? Well, no, we got a ton of space. I might have put in too much marketing space here. Let's see, 3, 4, and then we come to one of those areas where it's not filled in. Yeah, but it was a pretty good day all in all. Nobody had any major arguments, which is always a possibility, of course, when you get the family together. No really much anything, honestly. Kids were pretty good. Sometimes they're not, so. Okay, I should have brought that bed over here so I don't have to run so far. Yeah, we had soup and sandwiches. I had broccoli soup that my sister-in-law brought, and I'm like, man, this soup really tastes like broccoli. And she's like, yeah, I was pretty tired by the time I got to that soup, so I really didn't finish it off. And I'm like, well, it just tastes like so much broccoli, and I'm used to it being like creamy and cheesy, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure I want to eat this. It's just too much like eating wet broccoli. I'm like, oh, I'll throw some cheese in it. Maybe that'll fix it. It didn't taste like wet broccoli, but it was like cream and just so much broccoli flavor. Um, I'm not used to having a broccoli soup that has giant chunks of broccoli in it. She said she was too tired to chop it up and season it, so she just broke apart the broccoli heads and threw them in there. Uh, which is great, I guess, if you're a huge fan of broccoli. I'm not a huge fan, but of the choices of soups, that one looked pretty good to me. And so I thought, I will have me some broccoli soup. I do occasionally like the nice and creamy, cheesy broccoli soup she makes. And I'm like, I'm not sure I like this. I'm not sure I like this. She goes, which one did you get? I'm like, the broccoli one. She's like, yeah. I didn't put a lot of effort into it, she says. I'm like, oh, that's the problem. You didn't make it with love. Yeah, I threw a couple handfuls of cheese in it, let it melt. It was good. It just needed cheese. She didn't put cheese in it. She said she forgot. It's all right. But sheep, I kind of work in here. I can't put a block down with you standing in here. You need to, I guess, die. I wasn't going to kill you. I was just going to give you a little poke, but my sword's too powerful for sheepness. If that's the thing. That's the thing now. Sheepness. Yeah. Oh man, I took they have these things called squishables, which I just think are insane. And I have a few myself that I've purchased for myself. I think they're funny. I have a Cthulhu squishable, and it just cracks me up because Cthulhu of course, is this elder demon god thing, right? Outer ancient elder, whatever it is. Basically, you know, if he awakens, mankind dies, kind of thing. And to look upon him is to create madness, and that kind of stuff. And so Squishable did a Cthulhu, and Squishables are like if there was an accident at the factory where they make your teddy bear, and instead of putting in the normal amount of stuffing, they put in enough stuffing for 16 teddy bears into one teddy bear, and so everything is round. And so they had a Cthulhu, and I just thought it was the funniest thing, and so I got the Cthulhu. And then once I had the Cthulhu, hey, Bat, where did you come from? It's kind of weird. Just randomly a bat. Suddenly a wild bat appears. Don't give me the rabies. And anyways, I think I've got like Mothman and Bigfoot and fossil dinosaur, which I thought was funny. Because it's still big and round, because it's a squishable, but part of it's white for the bones and the rest of it is brown for dirt. And so it's a big round clump of dirt with dinosaur bones in it. I think that's funny. And so yeah, so I got a few. So the kids love them. And so not every time, but I've bought them a few of them so far. And so uh, this year it went like this. Let's say let's say I'm gonna build this big square here. Let's say that's your squishable. Uh, I put one in a box that size. It took me like 10 minutes to squeeze it down, and then I used duct tape to wrap the box to stop it from exploding outwards. And then the other one got in a slightly bigger box, which made it a little easier to close. But so I put the kids' presents in two smaller boxes, and man, the one got such a kick out of that. That also cracked me up. Because once she opened her squishable, it was bigger than the box, and she just kept, or she said, "It's bigger than the box. How's it bigger than the box? It was in the box, and now it's bigger than the box." She's 4, but it was funny to me. I also ordered my older niece a coat, and I wasn't sure if she'd like it, but I was pleased when she liked it. In fact, she wore it for most of the rest of the afternoon that I saw her, um, which is nice. It was a gamer coat. I didn't know she'd like it because it was a gamer coat, but she's kind of into that not goth, but kooky clothes, I guess. I also bought her weird movie socks that she didn't even recognize what they were from, but I thought she'd like them because they were weird colors. Uh, let's see. One, two. I'm gonna mark these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do this last one. I think I'm going to put a bathroom on this end. So that'd be 4 booths. And then we get a little space in here to walk in. Should I put any tables in? I don't know if I should have tables. That seems to be... There's only like 7 parking spots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 parking spots. So yeah, I can't imagine there being too much traffic in here. So we've got the booths, and then we'll put a little space in, and then we put the cash register area here, right? And then the rest of this would be counter with some seats. And then the counter that they sit at, and then some space. Hey, look at that! And then the kitchen stuff, and then the back wall here. So I got pretty close to the right amount of room that I wanted for this. Nice. Oh, and then the bathroom on the end there. But yeah. Ooh, I could probably tell you. So. Was it Friday? Friday I finally got around to wrapping presents. I don't know why I waited so long this year. Usually I am right on it. And this year, not so much. I've had presents for a while now. And I kind of want to get some diorite in here too. I like the way diorite and granite look together, so I'm going to go get some diorite for this bottom floor anyways. Oop, I ran out of food. Running slow. And so we wrap presents Friday. Well, my sister, she didn't wrap presents till yesterday. And so she comes down here and she's like, we're going to watch the ref while I wrap presents. I'm like, okay. She said something about watching them, but we were supposed to watch movies with the kids because we usually watch, and we did not this year, and I'm a little disappointed. We did not finish watching A Muppet Christmas Carol because we watch A Muppet Christmas Carol every year, and we've done it for a long time, and this year nobody watched A Muppet Christmas Carol with me. I know I can watch that on my own, but, we usually watch it together, and we didn't do it, and we started to watch it before lunch, and then they stopped showing it because of lunch, and then we were supposed to go back to it, and we never went back to it. So there was no Christmas Carol this year. Muppet Christmas Carol. It's alright, whatever. I can live without a Muppet Christmas Carol, I suppose. I just won't like it. And we used to have a huge stack of Christmas movies we'd watch every Christmas season. There was a Muppet Christmas Carol, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Ref, Love Actually, Serendipity, I want to say Saving Christmas, maybe. There was something else in there. I know there was like a Christmas movie. I don't remember what that guy's name is. Man, it just slipped right out of my head. No, it didn't. It wasn't in there in the first place. I can think what he looks like. Vince Vaughn. There's a Christmas movie with Vince Vaughn I thought we watched. There was one with Ben Affleck. uh, where he I don't remember what that one's called, where he rents a family for Christmas. There's there's the ref, which I think I already mentioned. There's that doesn't seem right. I better check that out. Nope, that's right. Yep, dump, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we take this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this will just be I don't know how far back that's actually going to have to go for the bathrooms. Now the white here is actually going to be window. So then we'll do one of these. 1, 2. What do we do? Like just polished diorite, right? It's not as fancy though as the. I'm gonna go with that 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yep. And so she's down here wrapping presents, and I was playing Destiny 2, I think, while she was down here. And so we put the ref on the other TV, and so we're watching that. And of course, anything she does now is like start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, and um, and so we didn't really get as far as I would have liked. We did get through the ref, but it took a long time. All right. Oh, you know what? I totally did not go up high enough. I didn't make that jump. Come on, place the block. There you go. All right. I think that looks pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and get back up here. And then up here, I think we'll do like every other one. I have a plan. And I should put these closer to each other. That way I don't have to scroll so far. um, and then we stop for dinner, and she's been home all day. Or she's been home half the day. I don't know. I don't know how long she was home. But she was doing some baking that she was going to do with the kids earlier. And so so after dinner, she goes to eat her dinner. And I mean, I went and ate my dinner too, but we ate at different places. It was one of those days. And she normally we eat all together, but they didn't want to eat together. Oh, I can tell that story too. Uh, hmm. I don't think I like it. That top didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to. I don't like it. I'm taking it back down. And so she eventually she comes back and she finishes up, and it's like 11:30 at night when she gets done. Maybe it was 11 when she gets done, somewhere in there. And her husband comes down, and he goes to grab a stack of presents, and she says something to him, and I didn't catch what she said. And so he takes a different stack of presents and carries them up, and then she grabs some, and she goes up, and then she comes back down, and she starts gathering up her stuff, and there's still that stack of presents. She put it right in front of my refrigerator that I have down here. I keep my pop in it, and because if I put it upstairs, it'll get ganked, and I'd rather not have my pop ganked. Okay. So, I'm going to do this. Okay, let's see how that looks. I still don't like it. I like it all the way up to here. There's something not right about the window. Something doesn't work for me. What if I switch it to some polished diorite? We try that instead. And so she turns to me and she goes, "Can I put these in your bedroom?" And I'm like, "What?" That's a little better. What if I do this? That might do it. I might do it right there. And I'm like, "Why would you need to put those in my bedroom?" And she's like, "Well, can I?" And I'm like, "Well, why don't you just? Why do you need to store them? I don't understand what's going on. Explain that to me before I answer you if you can put them in my bedroom." And I'm thinking, I just cleaned all the boxes and stuff out of my bedroom. I don't need your stuff back in my bedroom. I have one of the smaller bedrooms in the house. She has the largest bedroom. I don't know why she can't just take them upstairs. They have to go upstairs. We don't do Christmas down here. So why do they need to be in my bedroom? And I'm like, "Can't you just put them behind the television?" And she's like, "No, because, they're for Monday, and I don't want people to get weird because we're celebrating a separate Christmas on Monday." And I'm like, "Okay, well, why don't you put them in the guest room then?" Which is just as close as my bedroom, only not my bedroom. And she's like, "Well, fine. If you don't want them in your bedroom, I don't really want them in my bedroom. Thanks." I'm like, what about the storage room, which is also available and also just across the room from where we're at? How about the utility room, which is actually closer than any of those other rooms? We could even move a box out of in front of the electronics closet and you could sit them in there. Why? What happened to my bed? Did I pull that bed up? Did I pull that bed up and not have enough room to pick it up and I just let it get destroyed? Nice. Nicely done. That's some skill right there. Now I have no bed. I didn't put that down anywhere, right? I don't remember doing that. And so yeah, I don't know what she did with them, but she took them upstairs. Why would she want to put them in my bedroom? Like seriously, nobody goes in the utility room. You could have just opened the utility room door, set them just inside the door. They'd have been fine. All right. Well, with that, I am gonna call it a night here. So click like if you like, subscribe, sure, and catch the next one. And I will talk to you. Oop, I'll talk to you really slow. Oh, you know what? I did move that bed. It's right over there. Ha. I guess I didn't pay very good attention. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That works a lot better for me. Laters.